Today we're here to dive into the tarot and tap into the energies of December 4th through to the 10th for your personal astrological sign. You know, it's impossible not to be swept away by the magic that begins to fill the air during this time of year. Now, I know December is a month of bustling with holiday preparations, a time when many of us are caught up in the whirlwind of gift wrapping and festive feasts and joyous melodies of our favorite tunes. And amidst all the cheerful chaos, it's crucial to take a moment for ourselves, to pause, to reflect on the beautiful energy that surrounds us and within us. As we step into this week, let's carry the spirit of connection and togetherness with us. Whether you're celebrating traditions with loved ones or finding solace in a quiet moment of self-reflection, know that the universe is weaving a tapestry of positive vibrations all around you. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for each and every one of you. Your presence here is a gift, and together we're creating a community that thrives on positivity and shared wisdom. As we navigate the energies of this week, let's do so with open hearts, mindful spirits, and a genuine appreciation for the present moment. Stick around as we dive into the cosmic currents, guiding us from December 4th through the 10th in your personal sign, your sun, your moon, and rising sign readings. Now, what are those? The sun represents your core identity, the essence of who you are. It's your ego, your self-expression, and the traits that define your personality. The moon sign reflects your emotional nature, your heart, your inner feelings, and how you respond on an emotional level. It's your subconscious self and emotional needs. Your rising sign represents the mask or the persona you present to the world. It's your outward behavior and the way you approach life. And when you blend all three readings together, it becomes a personal reading made just for you. Now, if you're not sure what your moon or rising sign is, I have a free natal chart on my website for you at TillyToday, and I'll leave the information in the box below. Okay, let's get to your reading and see what the cards have in store for us. I'm hoping to share some guidance and, most importantly, help you in raising your energy so we can all spread a little bit more love and light into our days and, of course, this festive season. Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your weekly focus for December 4th through to the 10th, 2023. Okay, let's turn right to the cards and see what they have in store for us. Our underlying energy for the week, Sagittarius, is the Ten of Cups. It's your happily ever after. It's your best life ever. It's that photograph that I constantly ask you guys to create, right? What would your best life ever look like? This is what we're working towards this week. This is what we have at front of mind. How do we step into our best life ever? How do we create the magic, the beauty, the harmony, the love that we want to have in our world, in our reality surrounding us? Now, our first card is the Six of Pentacles. Well, first of all, it's relationships. I think this is a week where you're going to be looking at your relationships. You're going to understand where is the fun in the relationship, where is the love in the relationship, where is the excitement in the relationship, where is the adventure in the relationship. Is this relationship one filled with respect? Is it one filled with support? Is it one filled with love? Duty, perhaps? And this is about understanding which relationships truly do have a balance in your life, which ones need to stay in the past, which ones do we want to work on and infuse ourselves into to go forward in some way, in some manner. We have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands says, do not rest, do not relax. Okay, you're getting momentum going here on a dream, a goal, a desire, and you've got to stick with it. You got to keep pushing at it. You got to keep keeping it front of mind. And part of this is understanding that you've had successes in the past. And sometimes we say, oh, I can't do that going forward, without giving any reflection to what you have accomplished in the past. maybe sometimes with your back to the wall, maybe sometimes out of free will, but you've accomplished things. You've had successes in places, and some of those successes define how successful you will be going forward. So look backwards and realize that you've had some masterpieces in your life. You've painted some masterpieces. You've structured some paths to totally prepare you to embrace the future. And we have the Four of Swords. Watch your health, okay? Watch your health with this card. But this week is a time to restore oneself, recuperate, to allow scars to heal. Okay, this could be emotional scars. This could be our glass ceilings. This could be the things that we don't think we should do or could do or mustn't do. And so because we haven't pursued those goals, those dreams, we feel like there's a lack of, or we feel like there's more that we could accomplish, but we just can't seem to figure out how to take that first step into the next path forward, into perhaps the elevated path forward. We're sitting here on the fence, and this is definitely a card that says just relax, just lay back, just allow healing to happen in your life. Just allow yourself to, you've been in many ways through a very strong battle, a war, a conflict, a chaotic moment or period of time in your life. And this is the time to take a deep breath. This is the time to allow yourself some breaths, some quiet solitude, some walks in the park, some walks along a beach. Ground yourself in nature. Ground yourself, center yourself, do a chakra clearing. Okay, do things that will rejuvenate you. Okay, have a spa day. Do things that rejuvenate you. For work and career, now where is Saturn for us? It's home and family. And our 10th house would be, drum roll please, in Virgo. Six of Swords. Six of Swords says, what are you waiting for? It's time to push off from shore. It's time to go after your dreams, your goals, your desires, your wants, the things that you imagine for your future. It's time to stop sitting there and waiting for somebody to put a motor on this boat. It's time for you to take that stick that you have been granted and to push yourself offshore, get yourself out of that rut, and go in search of uncharted territory. So uncharted territory would be territory that you have failed to step into yet in your path, and it's time. It's time to take that leap. It's time to take that giant step forward. And everybody else, I've been telling these little itty bitty steps, for you, for some reason, it's time to get moving. It's time to motivate yourself. It's time to embrace your future. It's time to go after your quest of using your talents and your abilities to create an abundance in your life. Four of Pentacles for love, relationships. There's some relationship. I think there's at least one unhealthy relationship in your life, if not more, right now. By this card showing up where it is, okay? Venus is in Scorpio, which is the death and rebirth, okay? If I were to look at your 7th house, that's Gemini. We could be growing relationships and strengthening them. With this card, it's more about something we're trying to hold on to. Maybe it was a romance at one time, but it is no more. Maybe it was a dear friendship at one time, but it isn't anymore. It has evaporated. There's been space put there, and the space is there for a reason. It's for us to let go. It's for us to let go so that they can move on in their path and for us to move on in our path. Okay, so when it comes to love and relationships, we're holding on to maybe a toxic relationship, an unhealthy relationship. We're allowing it to live next to us, be next to us. Now, this could be a child that's taking advantage of you, and it's time for them to, take off and fly and have their own wings. It could be a spouse where you've grown apart. It could be a good friend, but you've started to go in separate paths. And so do not try to hang on to this, but allow it, the relationship, to have the freedom to do what it must. And if that is separation, if that is us letting go, in many ways it can be a very, very triumphant time for us. Now, no, we might not move forward in new relationships, but we move forward in our life because of this. For some reason, this relationship has stagnated us, or it could be even a crowd of people. It could be a community that you've grown connected to, and even though there's a whole vast world out there, you feel like you are indebted to this community now. And so even after the magic has gone, you still try to put in your own magic, and really you're just burning up fuel at this point. You're not really going to accomplish anything. So it's about branching out to new relationships and new things, and letting go of some of those relationships, which I think, the first card was the Six of Pentacles, and looking at our relationships, I think if you sit down and you have a moment of quiet, moment of reflection, or have that conversation with your higher self, God, your angels, the universe, that you will come to some shocking conclusions of where actually those toxic relationships lie in your life. You may even see them as relationships that are healthy and good for you in the present time, until you decide to peel away a couple of layers and understand really what that relationship is based on, or where it's going. When it comes to your spirituality, I'm just going to get a drink here before I pull a card. I so needed that. I'm sorry. Okay, we have, look at this, the Ace of Cups. So when you are meditating, when you are in a prayerful moment, when you are sitting there having a conversation seemingly with yourself, when you're sitting in quiet contemplation, absolutely, I want you to start thinking about the new things that you want in, or the things that you truly want to embrace in your life. We have goals, but what is the magic of that goal? What will make you feel exuberant is the word I heard. Happy, joyful, excited for your tomorrows, excited for the moment that lays in front of you. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups here. So it's really about embracing our wants, our desires, our goals, our dreams, and starting to imagine them unfolding, blossoming, blooming, maturing in some way, in some form. Start seeing the progression of a seed of thought turning into a marvelous reality going forward. For your health and well-being, we have the Lovers. Okay. Embracing happiness, embracing joy, embracing a love are all ways that we can build our immune system. Okay. For lack of a better word, this is a way of building your immune system, by embracing the love that is around you, by embracing those opportunities, those adventures, by getting excited about life, getting excited about life, getting happy about life, rejoicing about life, wanting to take steps forward. There is a lot about letting go, although there is a lot about new beginnings, because there is a little party happening in your sign, right? We got Mars there, we've got the Sun there, we've got Mercury has just gone into Capricorn, so I guess Mercury's left now. We'll have Venus there by the end of the month. Venus will be in your sign. So there is a lot of positive new energy coming into your sign, rejuvenating you, making you feel alive again, especially if you feel like you have been pushing and pushing and pushing and nothing's really been happening. Things are going to be coming together now. The more you embrace the positivity, the more you embrace the magic. And I think the biggest part of magic is the love that's in your life. What you feel and what you give out and what you receive, and how you embrace those things will really, really matter going forward. The other thing is, there could be something in your talking that could provide some kind of monetary gain for yourself. Maybe you're talking about somebody, or talking about a business, and somebody wants to invest in your business. Maybe you are talking about the house you want to build, and you have somebody who's just always thought the world of you, and they make a anonymous donation into your bank account for the down payment for the house that you've wanted, or things like that can happen. The magic can happen. So expect the magic to happen with your money and how you're driving it forward. You will see the expansion of these things, and more often than not, it's because you've decided to make a major change in your lifestyle through a habit, through a behavior, and saying this doesn't work for me, and this is going to be left in the dust so that I can go forward in this way and start to mold this characteristic into second nature into my life. Now I have the Circle of Doors Tarot deck here. I did a review on it. I was gifted this by the creators of the deck. It's a phenomenal deck, just gorgeous. And I thought that was a whole bunch of cards, so we're not going to pick them, but the deck is coming alive for you. The knives have been popular, and that was 2 knives that were trying to fly out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Our card is the Believer, the Magna of Shells. So the Magna in this deck would be similar to the King. Okay, and we have Believer here. So let's see what the description in the book is like, because this is a very new deck for us. Okay, I've got Dylan here all over me today. Okay, Believer, Magna of Shells. Should be one of the last cards. That's the Crone. So the Magna, I'm sorry, the Crone is the King. The Magna is the Queen, so this is the Queen. Bring me your dreams. Tell me how they yearn to be real. I shall teach your bones the dance of the bold. Your greatest wish shall spin the golden thread of fate. Where others see a dead and empty desert, she sees a bright and clear vision of a glistening city, destined to be risen from the ground. She would risk every coin in the vault for the sake of dreams that are born from deep in her bones. The Magna of Shells is the master of risk and reward, always hatching a new plan and transforming the potential energy of our hopes into kinetic energy of our success. She pays close attention to the movements of the world, searching for the subtle shifts of the earth that reveal the veins of the gold hiding beneath our feet. So where in your body do you feel hunches that lead you to victories? What seeds of the future riches are you planting with your health and wealth? How do you transform your faith into actions? Your affirmations for this week is, I'm always willing to take a risk for what I believe in. I have an eye for strong potential. I choose to be an optimist. And I was born lucky. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.